crafters, welcome to the Crafty Corner. I'm Miss Lisa and we're here at the Fayette County Public Library. Today is March 1st and there's a saying that says, March comes in like a lion and out like a lamb. We have books here at the library. Take a look at this lion over here. He is ferocious. And look at this sweet little lamb. And so what this saying is talking about is the weather. And we usually have lots of ferocious windstorms and ice storms at the beginning of March, and by the end of March, it's nice and calm and more like spring. And so today we have this awesome lion puppet that when you turn it around, it's a lamb. So lots of things to do here on this craft. We have a packet full of stuff. So you're going to have an orange paper plate, which will be your lion, and it's white on the other side, so that will be your lamb. We have a lot of cotton, we have a lot of yarn, we have 2 different size eyeballs. So pay attention that you make sure that you put the right size eyeballs together. You have your puppet stick. So there's our eyeballs, there's our cotton. All right, so let's get started. We will start with our lion. So the first thing we need to do is decide where his face is going to be. So we're going to put his eyeballs in. White glue is best for that. So make a little pile of white glue and go ahead and get those eyes. You're using the larger of the 2 sizes eyes for the lion because he's the bigger of the 2 critters. You need a Sharpie. And for the Sharpie, you are going to make a nose. So right under the eyes, if you make a curve, and then come down with a triangular shape, and then just sort of fill in that with your Sharpie, fill in his nose. Okay, there we go. Sort of looks like a piece of pie. All right, then we're going to want to and if you have a ruler, you could use that, or you can just draw some straight lines out for his whiskers. And I don't know why we always draw 3, but you can draw more than 3 if you want. Underneath his nose here, which mine's a little crooked, I can see, we're going to draw this little part where his mouth would open, and maybe give him a little bit of some dots so he has some little freckles. And that's our lion face. Now to make him look more like a lion and more ferocious, we're going to come over here to our other materials where our yellow yarn is. Now I've given you a huge piece of yellow yarn, and you are just going to wrap it around and around and around. Now if you just do that without cutting it, it will look okay, but I'm going to cut it. And this yarn is really cool because you can sort of make it come apart and make it so much more fluffy. So this is sort of like a 3-ply yarn. Woo. And so you can really play around with it and give your lion lots of make him have a really big hairy face. All right, so what you're going to want to do once you have decided what you're going to do with the yarn, whether you're just going to lay it down or cut it in pieces or shred it, you're going to take your white glue and just really slather the edges of the orange side of the paper plate. And then just go to town on putting the yarn wherever that glue is. See how fluffy that is? I just love it. So we've given you plenty. You probably won't need it all, but it'd be really a lot of fun if you just shred it and make it all fluffy, like the lions have lots of hair. It'd be sort of fun to look at a lion and look at his hair, and you can see the book that we have here. Some of you may have gone to the zoo and seen a real lion. You never want to meet one up close. Of course, you'd have to go to Africa or some other place in the United States to see one in the wild. But let's see how I can shred this one and make it a little bit more fluffy. And then we'll turn it over and make the lamb. So I'm not going to use all of this today. I'm just showing you what you can do. And if you just want to cut it into smaller pieces and lay it on there, that's fine too. You could do all kinds of stuff. This is where your creativity comes in. And boys and girls, when you make this, I would love to see it. You can always put your finished product, have mom or dad take a picture of it, and put it in the comments down below by this video so I can see your craft. I love seeing the crafts that you all make because these are all very creative crafts, and you can do a little bit different than me. So, and again, if you have a little wet wash rag nearby, that will help so that your fingers don't stay all so sticky. All right, now here's an important thing, boys and girls. When you turn this over, one of the first things you're going to want to do is go ahead and glue on this puppet stick, because if you turn it over and glue it on, did you notice what happened? Look at where that's going to be. Oh, he's going to be upside down. So you want to be very careful. In fact, I sort of lucked out. You can sort of see, I think I did my lamb first, and if you see, he's a little off center. So you want to make sure that your popsicle stick goes on the right side in the right area. So I'm going to make sure that I have him right where I want him. Now you're going to want to glue a lot of glue, and you're going to want that popsicle stick, at least half of it, on the paper plate. The reason being is this craft becomes pretty heavy, and if you have a lot of the stick down here for you to hold, then it gets top heavy and it falls over. So that's not good. So let's see, do I have it about right? Oh, maybe I need to move it just a little bit more. All right, we just don't want it to be sideways. All right, so we're going to work on the lamb part of this, and I am all sticky. You want to take your black and cover most of the paper plate. So if you have you could make a circle here. I'm just going to cut most of that off, and I'm going to trim my edges so that they don't stick off the paper plate. If you would want to, you could like trace the paper plate before you started your lamb or your lion, and that way you would have a good circle there. But it doesn't matter if the white's showing because you're going to cover it up with cotton balls. This part is going to become his ears. So it depends on how long you want your ears to be. We're going to fold them over, and so we're going to sort of round, make it a little bit skinnier, and then you're going to round the edges of the ear. And this part doesn't matter because that's what gets glued, but then you're going to want the rounded part to tip over. All right, let's get the trash out of the way. And again, we're going to want to have quite a bit of glue. I'm just going to scribble the glue on there, just enough to glue the black lamb's face on. You don't want any of it poking out. You want to make sure that it's smaller than the paper plate because you don't want the black showing on the side of the lion. Okay. And then we're going to take the ears, and we're just going to glue them down. And I'm just going to leave the whole length. I'm just going to overlap it today. So I'm going to glue it down. So, and then once I get the cotton balls in there, we're going to flip the ears over so that they're hanging down and see how cute they are. Go ahead and get the rest of that glue on there. There we go. So that's what your lamb is going to look like at the beginning. Then you have lots of cotton balls. Okay, I've given you lots. Now you can just plop the cotton balls on there, but it is going to look more realistic if you, and you're going to want to come down here between where those ears are. Take your cotton ball and spread it out. Poof it up so that it looks more like you know, sheep's hair, wool, than a cotton ball. So we're going to want to just really put those cotton balls all over. And you're going to want to put it even underneath where the ears are. So I'm going to fold this over here. I'm going to go ahead and fold these so I know where my cotton needs to go, because the cotton is going to be everywhere. So this is a very fun project. It makes for a sticky project, but that's what makes crafting so fun. Let's get the rest of those cotton balls under his ear here. Now here in Indiana, I bet there's some places that you could go and find sheep to actually pet, because there are farms all around. If you have ever gone to a place and seen a sheep or a lamb, they are pretty soft if you ever get to actually touch one. Maybe during the county fair is a good time to see sheep. All right, so we're just going to keep going all the way around so that the black is all totally covered up. All around, all around. Just keep gluing. Once you've gotten all the way around, and I haven't gotten over here yet, have I? Let's get some more glue over here. And I really probably should have put a tablecloth down on this table because the glue is getting on the table. So at home, protect your table where you're working. Let's get the rest of the glue, or the rest of the cotton on that sheep. He's so cute. Now we have to get his face in there. So after where the cotton is coming down on his face, you're going to want to use the smaller eyeballs. Here we go. There's 1 and 2. It's really good if you have metallic Sharpies to draw in his face. I had a silver metallic Sharpie that I used on this original, but this time I have a pink one. So we're just going to draw a little smile, and that looks really cute. Little spot where his mouth is going to open, get his little nostrils in there. That's just adorable. All right. So once you get all the cotton, and I still, look at all that cotton I have left, and I still have gone all the way around. It's not quite as fluffy as I might like it, like over here. Let's go ahead and add another one. You can decide how much cotton you want to use. We definitely have given you lots of cotton to make a very fluffy sheep. All right, there we go. Look at how cute he is. All right, boys and girls, and let's see, did I put the handle in the right spot? I think I did. I'm a sheep. I think I've got little cotton balls all over me. All right, so March comes in like a lion and out like a lamb. I hope you will come into the library. These packets are ready for you to come pick up. And you can make this awesome puppet and talk to your friends about how March comes in like a lion and out like a lamb. Thank you so much for watching me here at the Fayette County Public Library. You have joined Miss Lisa here at the Crafty Corner. I'll be back again next Tuesday with another craft just for you. Bye now.